All right, we are back live on YouTube. This is a very special after show that I'm doing live here tonight after a stream I did earlier tonight where some unexpected things transpired that I'd like to talk about in a little more detail. Before I get to that, let me just make sure that the notification goes out here. I still have a 1 minute delay on my stream, so I have to wait just for a few seconds here for the notification to pop on out. So bear with me for a second regarding that. Should be going out there any second now. Let me just check out the back end of YouTube first of all. And everything is rolling well on the back end. And the notification has gone out. Again, the title of this brief impromptu stream is My Afterthoughts of My Last Stream. One more time, My Afterthoughts of My Last Stream. Now, I just decided to do this on the fly. About an hour ago, if you're here live, it happened about an hour ago or so where my last stream ended. If you're here on the replay, this is regarding the previous stream here on my channel, Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. This is regarding the previous stream. And, I've had some time to reflect. I had some time to talk with my lady. And everything is good. In case anybody's wondering, what's going on with my lady, everything is good. We talked about what happened. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts here. She's not going to be joining me on the panel. She's kicking back in the bedroom. She might chat a little bit, maybe not. But she's all good, and she fully supports me doing this here tonight. Yeah, that was a very interesting stream earlier tonight. It was supposed to be a stream where I was catching up with a good longtime friend out here on YouTube that I met almost 4 years ago. Someone that's been going through a lot out here on this platform, maybe going through some other things in real life too. And I just wanted to show my support and give him a platform to speak on. And obviously, if you saw the show, which will remain publicly available, obviously, if you saw the show, it didn't go as expected. And that's going to happen sometimes when you do live streams. Regarding certain subjects or, things that involve certain people that have been through things. And it also, depends on the type of audience that's watching your stream. Things are going to happen that are unexpected and out of your control. And that's just something you have to learn to deal with as a YouTuber, entrepreneur, or any type of content creator on any platform. Things are just going to happen, right? And I wanted to share my thoughts regarding about some things that were said about, my lady, and then JT on the platform, and then there was a gentleman, Coach J-Rom in the chat. They were talking about, their concerns about my business, and my business not being profitable, and me basically continuing to do something that's never going to get anywhere, or, I need to switch platforms, and, as long as, people are coming at me and this and that, it's just never going to go anywhere. I want to share my thoughts regarding that because I've just been kind of... I've just been kind of laughing about the situation. I'm not laughing at these people that made those comments. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I legitimately understand where they're coming from. And, you know, I value their opinions. I may disagree with their opinions, which I do, even including the opinion that my lady had. But I also feel that that wasn't the purpose of the show, and that wasn't the time and place, in my opinion, to discuss something like that, especially when the show was supposed to be about helping JT. You know, he's been going through some stuff, and we were going to talk about his situation. We were going to clear things up. We were going to get more of his side of the story, and, you know, talk about the future ahead and the bright future ahead, which was the topic of the previous stream. Now, many people may be thinking that, hey, I'm upset, I'm triggered, you know, I'm going to start banning people, I'm going to start talking smack about people. I'm not going to do any of the above. I'm actually not mad at anyone. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone can think what they want to think. You have the right, as the court of public opinion, to criticize me in any way, shape, or form that you want to, whether it's true or not true. You have the right to create reaction videos and share your thoughts about me. And whether they're true or not, those are your opinions. You're entitled to them, right? That's just the way it goes. As a YouTuber, you have to learn to understand that you're susceptible to the court of public opinion and criticism. And if you can't handle that, this is not the place for you, right? Now, regardless of what anyone thinks, this is how I feel I handled myself on that last stream. I feel I handled myself very respectfully, maturely, and professionally, just like my lady's, you know, YouTube username. And I handled myself that way because I chose to handle myself that way. In the past, I have not handled myself in that way years ago on this platform. And there's plenty of content still out there on me, publicly available, where you'll see that. And we all make mistakes, including myself. I may be a coach, but I make mistakes too. Every human being, regardless of, you know, what they do for a living, how good they are at what they do, etc., we all make mistakes. We all have our moments, right? And I've had plenty of those in the past, right? Excuse me. Give me a second here. It's all good. We've all had our moments. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check to make sure the audio sounds okay. Let me do that real quick. I have not handled myself in that way years ago on this platform. And there's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Now, here's the thing I want to put out there. I'm entitled to do whatever I want to do on YouTube as long as I follow the community guidelines, copyright guidelines, and the terms of service, right? And I'm one that takes that very seriously. I don't violate any terms of service. I'm just a down-to-earth, normal dude that just wants to help uplift people that want to be uplifted. I want to create this type of content. I want to continue creating this type of content for people that want to consume it. Is my content for everyone? No. But, you know, if you don't like my content or you don't like someone else's content, you don't have to consume it, right? Right? But for some reason, there are tons of people that really want to criticize my content, primarily because of the fact that I label myself a coach. I can just call myself Elias Melas and get rid of the coaching title. I'll still do the same thing. Would you still scrutinize me then? Yes, you would. It doesn't matter what I call myself, right? Doesn't matter what I call myself. And again, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to criticize me. You're entitled to whatever you want to say. That's called freedom of speech. I get that, right? But I want to share my thoughts about, what happened tonight because, 3 people, one including my lady, they weren't, I did not feel attacked, and they weren't trying to attack me. But, they basically turned the show from a show that was supposed to be on helping JT into a show that was about me cutting my losses and at least leaving YouTube for a while or leaving YouTube indefinitely or something like that, right? And, once that started happening, it's like, okay, I tried to do the right thing. I tried to, make the statements. Hey, I'm totally cool with it. I love doing this. Some businesses take longer to blossom than others, right? And, I do walking with purpose streams almost daily. If I didn't do the walking with purpose streams, I would still be walking 3.5 to 4 miles a day. So it doesn't take any additional time for me, or it doesn't take any additional time away from what I'm doing already daily to do those walking streams. So whether I'm making money or not, doing those walking streams, it doesn't make a difference. So there's the first part there that, I don't think these people understand is that, hey, whether I make money or not, I would still be walking. So why not do a walking stream, right? I gain lots of benefits doing that. I stay in shape. I kick in those endorphins, and I get to communicate with a few people each day that join the streams that ask me questions, and I answer those questions. There are people that do value my content and appreciate my help, and I have helped many people, and I will continue helping many people. And whether the people I've helped so far, I've helped for free or they've donated a few bucks, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Things take time to build, and I understand that, right? And then at times I'll do some streams from the studio here during my spare time when I have free time to do them, right? It doesn't take that much time or effort to put this together, right? Doesn't cost me any extra money, right? But, on that stream, it was, discussed, questioned, however you want to say it, by Coach J-Rom and by, JT and my lady, that, maybe I should just take some time away and cut my losses and, go away so the people that are coming at you will stop coming at you. They're not going to stop coming at me. And quite frankly, it doesn't bother me whether they come at me or not. They're just doing their own thing, just like I am. There's no difference, right? Right? Okay. There's no difference. I'm okay with what other people are saying about me because I've gotten to the point of where I'm very secure within myself. I know who I am, and the only opinion of myself that matters is my own, or any other opinion I choose to value. You see, what I try to help people understand is that you don't have to accept anyone's opinion unless you want to. If you truly, truly work on yourself and get to the point of where the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own, then you'll understand exactly what I'm saying here. And until you get there, you won't understand what I'm saying here. You'll think I'm a fool. You'll think I'm a fool. And if you think I'm a fool, it's because you truly don't understand when I say the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own. You don't get that. Lewis is in the mod chat. Did he just share my stream out? Oh no, he shared a Hurricane Ian stream. Okay, or video. God bless all the people of Florida. So respectfully, I understand you bring that up in the chat, Coach J-Rom. I understand where you're coming from. You've run many businesses. Yes, some have failed, and you cut your losses and you started something else that worked. And that's great. I'm glad that panned out for you, right? Maybe same thing for you, JT, right? And before I get to my lady and share with you what we talked about after the show and how she feels at this point, and this was uninfluenced by me. We just talked about it. We talked about things. And she agreed I should do this stream here tonight briefly. There's a difference between being a YouTuber and running a business and creating content on YouTube than running business off the internet, right? On YouTube, consistency is key, right? And on YouTube, you can create content whenever you want, right? Again, like I said earlier, doing my Walking with Purpose streams don't take any more additional time or cost me any more money out of my days. I have the equipment already. Yeah, it may cost me like $1 in gas to and from the trail or wherever I go, but come on, I can write that off, and I do write that off, right? And any other pieces of content I do them during my spare time. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. Just because I'm not making a lot of money yet doesn't mean I'm losing a lot of money or wasting my time, because I manage my time, right? And a lot of people have scrutinized me in the past for being late to my streams. That's because I have other things going on in my personal life that come up, and I prioritize them over YouTube and my coaching business. I have other priorities with my family, my lady, and other things that I don't need to mention publicly. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I never will. That's on me. But no one really knows what I do off of YouTube, what my lady does off of YouTube, what my family does off of YouTube. And honestly, if you're so curious to know what we all do off of YouTube, every little thing, then that's pretty that's pretty intense there. I'll just say that. That's pretty creepy to me, right? You know, there was one troll that came into my chat the other day, and we did ban him. I think it was Holly that banned him. And I saw it, but she also took a screenshot and sent me a screenshot behind the scenes. And he's like, who are you to get all this attention from all these people in this way, negative or positive or something like that? And I understood what he was trying to say. I don't think he was trying to be mean. I think he was saying, like, you don't cause any issues. You're just doing your thing. You know, why are there so many people, just coming at you? Well, they're entitled to their opinion. For whatever reason, they don't like who I am. For whatever reason that is. Maybe I said some things or did some things in the past that they didn't like, right? Maybe it's other things. I don't need to get into it. The bottom line, you're not going to please everyone. And, there are going to be there are people out there in this world that just attack anyone that they perceive to be in a better place than them. And I'm not here to criticize anyone regarding, where they're at within themselves and their lives. I'm just saying people typically react this way or attack people or criticize people, that they're jealous of or perceive that person to be better than them in some way, shape, or form. There's no other reason. There's no other reason. Like, somebody in a good place is not going to take time out of their busy day, to attack anyone, whether that person is right or wrong that they would be attacking, right? People that attack other people are people that have a lot of time on their hands. And I understand that. And that's why I don't get mad at it anymore. I used to. But I've learned this throughout the course of life. I don't allow anyone to make me mad anymore. I don't. And earlier on that stream, Yeah, did I really like what was going on? Did I really like what was being said? Did I agree with what was being said? No. But I didn't get mad. And I allowed, I allowed my lady and I allowed JT and I allowed the chat to continue talking about it. I tried to answer the question. I basically, I told all of them, I said, look, I understand where you're coming from. I respect your opinions. But this is my purpose. This is what I enjoy doing. This is what I want to do. It's up to me. It's up to me, how I want to handle it. And additionally, this show was not about myself and, how my coaching business and YouTube career isn't where it should be, right? But they kept pushing the issue. And I kept trying to answer the questions. And it just ended up, I'll be honest with you, it ended up being a derailed shit show at the end. I'm not going to lie. It will stay publicly available because I want people to see. I want people to go back and see how I handled myself, because this is how you should handle yourself if you're in a similar situation, right? You always want to stay cool and calm, right? And relaxed. You try to defuse situations like that, right? I'm not saying that any one of the people that I was talking about this, any one of the three people that was talking about this was trying to get to me. I'm not saying that. But this was something that should have been discussed, privately behind the scenes. If people want to share their thoughts regarding that, they can discuss it with me privately behind the scenes, right? But I'll be quite honest with you. When it comes to what I do out here and my purpose, I believe in myself. And it doesn't matter if other people or a lot of other people don't believe in me or don't like me or whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as I believe in myself, that's all that matters. So while I may... Somebody's trying to connect with me on Facebook Messenger. What was I going to say here? Like I said, I believe in myself. And hi, baby.
Hi.
That baby popped on in to say hello. She's good, by the way, like I said earlier. I forgot what I was going to say, but let me share, what my lady and I discussed. My lady wasn't trying to come out here and tell me to leave YouTube or anything like that. We've worked hard to get this channel monetized here, a second channel that I've had monetized. Okay? So my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, has been monetized for over 2.5 years, almost 3 years, and this one has been monetized for about 2 months now. Okay? So she wasn't saying to leave YouTube or stop doing what I'm doing or what we're doing. She's wanted to expand it to different platforms. See, she didn't mean to leave YouTube to go to other platforms. She was saying expand it to other platforms. But because it was confusing and, she was on the spot and, JT was on the panel and then JRM was in the chat and they were talking about this and they were saying, yeah, you got to step away because, don't give these people that are, doing reaction videos to you any more content. Hey there.
Hi there.
Hello. It's all good, huh, baby? I think you heard that. She's good. There's no trouble in paradise. Some people may think, Lady and Eli are fighting. No, we're not fighting. There's nothing to fight about. We don't fight about things. Yeah, we have our differences at times. But I'm not mad at her. She's not mad at me. And if anything, if she, even tries to, how do I say this the right way? If she tries to get through to me on something you know, it's because she cares about me and she wants what's best for me. That's the best type of woman to have. But my lady and I have been talking behind the scenes for like a couple months now, where we've wanted to expand our content to podcasting platforms and, other social media sites. The reason why it hasn't happened is we've had so many other things to deal with in our personal life, her stuff and my stuff. Plus, we're planning to move in together soon and move our relationship forward. There's a lot going on. And listen, while I love my woman and I respect women in general, women are emotional beings. And, when women get caught up on something emotionally, they're and I'm not saying they're not capable of thinking logically. Women are, but when women are caught up with something emotionally, they're not logically thinking about everything else. Because here's the thing, and this is all I had to do: sit down with my lady and say, "Babe, listen, we've had a lot of other things going on lately, your stuff and my stuff, to the point of where we haven't had time to expand our content. We're going to get there once the other things are handled." And we take care of things one step at a time, we will get there, right? So again, it wasn't that she wanted me to leave YouTube and stop doing this, because that's not going to happen. And I'll tell you this, okay? I love my woman. I love my family, my mother, my brother, my aunt, and everyone else. I love everybody, right? But even if my woman or my mother or my brother or my aunt or any friend or anyone else told me to leave YouTube, I would not do it. Now, if I wanted to leave YouTube on my own free will, then I would leave. But I'm not going to be pushed by people, even people that care about me, to give up on my dream and my purpose. That's what I teach people, right? I teach people to believe in themselves, right? So, and here's the other thing, okay? I understand on one aspect, the people that, shared their thoughts about this tonight. I understand on one aspect, maybe they're doing it because they care and they want to see me succeed. I hope that's the reason. I mean, you never know, but I want to believe that's the reason, right? Okay. But regardless, why does it matter whether I continue creating content on YouTube or not? Why would anyone in any audience be so concerned over whether a YouTuber that they so happen to follow continues creating content or not? How does that affect you, right? I mean, why would people push so hard to say, hey, we just want to see you succeed, right? And that's why we're saying this. We've tried to tell you this before in the past. I understand where these people are coming from, right? All of them. I get that. But why does it matter so much? Why does it matter so much to random people on the internet that I've known for a while, but these are people on the internet? I mean, honestly, if I haven't met you folks in person, no matter how well I know you through YouTube or how long I know you through YouTube, I really don't know you, right? So why does it even matter to people I've never met in person whether I continue creating content on YouTube or not, whether I'm making money on YouTube or not? Like, just think about that for a second, right? And I'm trying to say this as respectfully as possible, right? I'm trying to say this as respectfully as possible because, see, from this point on, I'm just going to be very, very clear. I'm not going to be banning people like I used to. Look, there, after what happened tonight in the past, there would have been many people banned. But I'm not going to do that. No one's getting banned. No one's getting the mod wrench removed, and no one's getting banned. Okay? But what I am going to say is this. If you want to participate in my chats and you want my attention, I'm only going to be responding to things that are positive and on track and on point with the topic. Now, sometimes I do run streams that are an open forum where you can ask me anything, whether it's business or personal related. You can ask me any question, business or personal related, and that's fine. But I don't want what I don't want and what I will not allow anymore. Again, I'm not going to ban people for this. I'm just going to ignore it. I don't want people coming at me on my streams, whether they're on panel or in a chat, and trying to tell me that I'm wasting my time or I need to cut my losses. Like, that is honestly, the truth of the matter is that, and again, I love you, JT. Same, J-Rom, we're good. Babe, I love you too. But that's not the place to do it while someone's live on the air. It's not the place to do it, right? And quite frankly, honestly, I wouldn't even want to receive an email or a message from somebody saying that. Especially with people that, I want to collaborate with and create greatness with, or people that just want to, participate, in my friendly and positive chats, right? Honestly, there's no place for that, right? There's no place for that, right? So I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. We are at 32 minutes. You all have choices, folks, on who you want to follow and who you don't want to follow. Okay? And you all have to also understand that on YouTube and social media, there are going to be people that are going to troll you. They're going to hate upon you. They're going to create negative content on you, or they're going to do reaction videos to you. And it's all perfectly normal. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just the way it goes, right? Now, do I feel some of the people that are doing reaction stuff on me are a little excessive? Yeah, but I still don't let it get to me. It doesn't bother me. It honestly does not affect me one bit. Like tonight, everyone that was discussing this through the chat and on my panel, they were trying to get me to see that this is affecting my business and affecting me from growing out here on YouTube. And I kept trying to say no. The only thing that affects me from growing on YouTube is me, how I show up, the type of content I create, the type of marketing I do, etc. Right? Right? No one else can affect you from growing on YouTube or any other platform. No one else can affect the success of your business besides yourself, right? Now, I've made mistakes in the past, right? And I also know that some businesses take longer to grow than others. But I'm not blaming my business not being where I would prefer it to be on anyone else besides myself. I'm not blaming anyone else besides myself. So I own that. But at the same time, I'm not giving up on myself. I'm going to keep moving forward. Lately, my lady and I have made some great strides. We've connected with some great people. We've welcomed some people back, right? And it's starting to turn around. But it's going to take time, right? It's going to take time, right? And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. I'm going to say this for the very last time. that, hey, as far as the future of my business, whatever's meant to be is meant to be. If I decide at some point that I don't want to do this anymore, it's going to come on my own terms, not anyone else's terms, right? And quite honestly, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Not because I'm afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about anything. We can talk about it all you want. I just don't want to talk about it anymore because it derails the actual purpose of my channel, which is to help people, right? So I ask you kindly that if you're going to continue participating here on my streams, whether it's on the panel or in live chats, that you don't make it about my business and its failures or whatever. We make it about the topic. We discuss the topic at hand, or we help someone else that may be a guest that's going through something. Okay? Like I said earlier, I'm not going to ban anyone that doesn't understand that and doesn't adhere to that. I'm just going to not respond to your messages in the chat. Or if you're on a panel, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have to ask you to step off unless we change the subject, right? The show will go on. The show will go on. Because I want to show people that no matter how difficult something is, if you stick to it and keep moving forward, no matter what anyone says or does, you'll eventually reach your success. And again, this is what I wanted to say here. I'm going to wrap up by saying this, okay? I'm going to wrap up by saying this. It's interesting to me that besides, the two people on the panel and one person in the chat, there wasn't anyone else in the chat talking about this. No one else in my chat was talking about this, right? So here's the thing. If this was something that was that big of a deal and that much of a legitimate concern for the whole world to know, then everybody in my chat would have been talking about it, right? But they weren't. They weren't. All my moderators, including you, GLM, you were respectful. You had your fun, but you were respectful. And you want to know something? I appreciate that. Yeah, you've had your fun. Yeah, sometimes you might mess around a little bit. But honestly, GLM, I'm really proud of you because, and you can cut this like you did. Again, cut whatever you want. I'm really proud of how you handled yourself. Right? Holly, who was there at the beginning of the show, then she had to go to bed because, I believe she's working tomorrow. Thank you for your support. Sandra Palacio, thank you for your support. So yeah, I know there are people that have known me out there for a while that, really, really care about my best interest. At least I hope you guys do, right? I understand where you're coming from, but again, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about, where my business is at, why I'm not getting as many views, why I'm not getting as many super chats, right? I don't want to talk about anything about me. I want to make it about other people. I want to help other people feel better about themselves and learn to love themselves so they can turn their lives around and start accomplishing whatever their hearts desire. So everything's good. Hi, babe. Babe? Hang on. Babe, are you listening to the show? There she is. This woman cares about me so much, she fights for me. She fights me because she wants what's best for me. That's what a good woman does for her man. Yes and no. Well, thanks for your honesty. No, she's tuning in and out. She's trying to relax too, but she wanted to make an appearance because she wants to show people that she's here supporting, and that, look, getting sleepy. Okay, well, I'll be off the air in a few. I love you too. I'll say this as well before I go. We were talking and she was saying, yeah, maybe this is something we should have talked about more so, behind the scenes, but it was in the moment. And, she was trying to be respectful to JT and trying to be supportive to JT. And, another thing I'll say before I go off the air, I'm not unhappy about what happened on my previous stream. JT, I'm really glad that I was able to give you an outlet tonight to just speak your mind about whatever you wanted to talk about. If nothing else came out of this tonight, at least JT got a chance to say whatever he wanted to say, whether it involved what we were supposed to talk about, which we didn't really talk that much about that, or anything else. It just gave him the opportunity to just have a place to go to where he's accepted and appreciated and feels welcome, right? And that makes it worth it to me. Did I get any super chats? No. Did I get any donations? No. Did I make any money? No. Well, maybe a little ad revenue. The stream does have over 200 views. But, it's not a big deal. That's not what I care about at this point. At this point, I care about, and I'll always care about this even when the money starts coming in, I care about what JT got out of it. And JT did get something out of it, regardless of what was discussed. He had a place to call home. He had a place to go to where he felt warm, welcome, and safe and happy, right? And I'm glad I could provide that for you, man. Seriously, wholeheartedly. I support my wonderful man. Well, thank you, babe. I appreciate that. As far as content for the rest of the weekend, I don't know. I might do a walking stream at some point tomorrow. It depends what my lady and I do. We've been kind of scaling back a little bit lately. I've explained in the past, we've had some unexpected expenses, and we're trying to cut back. Plus, gas prices have gone back up again because of Hurricane Ian, and I think some of the refineries are under maintenance or have been shut down for some reason. So, the cost of everything is going up, folks. Everything is just, over the last month or so, everything has just hit myself, my lady, and probably all of you really hard. Like, things are getting really expensive. So, we're just budgeting to recoup a little bit. And so I don't know if we're going to really do anything major. We may just hang around home or go take a walk or something, or who knows, maybe I'll just do a walking stream, and, we'll update you all tomorrow. But I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you to everyone for viewing this. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Also, make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. Nightbot's been sharing the link in the chat every 7 minutes. That same link is also below in the description. Or just go to youtube.com/LifeCoachEli. That's youtube.com/LifeCoachEli. Subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, and that way you won't miss anything when I go live here on this channel, Coach Eli 2, or put out pre-recorded content on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.